So today we are going to be speaking about dreams that contain family members. I think a lot of us, if you actually are dreaming recurringly, you do dream of your family members. And sometimes it is about your family members, actually. It is got to do with your family members, it has got to do with your sister or your mom or your granddad. But again, dreams are quite symbolic, and where you think it's actually your family, it could be speaking about something completely different. So we are going to be looking at those different things that it can mean other than it meaning your obvious family. So it's always then good to pay attention to where you are at in the dream. Not always, but sometimes. So let's say maybe you are at church. That will obviously not, and let's say maybe you are at church and you see your family there. Like your family is just there. Everyone is just, being at church. That could be speaking about your family in the church, your spiritual family. Or maybe your family is there in the workplace. They are there, your mom is on the computer. That could be maybe speaking about your work family. I know people at work are not your family, but it can actually be God signifying that. So let's then look at the different people that you can find in a dream. And obviously, it's also good to pay attention to the context of your relationship with them, because God is also a very sensitive God. He knows and understands us. He knows us. He knows every detail. He knows our thoughts. He knows our hurts. He knows our traumas. So if maybe you didn't have a good relationship, maybe with your father, God would also not use that picture to then communicate to you in that way. And it will make sense as I continue speaking. So, for example, if you have a dream of maybe, let's say, your grandparents, it can be speaking about your grandparents, but then it might be speaking about generational issues or generational blessings or generational inheritance. So maybe you have a dream of seeing your paternal grandmother, then it will be speaking about maybe issues or blessings within your paternal side. Maybe you're dreaming about your maternal grandfather, then you will be speaking about generational issues or blessings that pertain to your maternal side of the family. Another thing, then you will have a dream maybe where you see your father. So your father in a dream could be representing God. It could be representing God himself, because we look in the New Testament on how Jesus introduces us to God as a father. He calls God the Father, and then he calls us to also lean on to that relationship with God as a father. And most times in these dreams, you will see when God is actually speaking about your father or he's speaking about himself, because they will slightly be different. They will look maybe more stronger, or they're more heroic, they're more softer, they're more bigger, and it's just like everything will be a bit emphasized than how they would be in natural life. Then you would know then that was God coming to encounter you as a father, and this is what he's trying to do in your life. So fathers can represent that. It can also represent maybe a father figure in the church or in your life, but that's what it would be representing. Then a mother can be the church. So the church is called to be a place of nurturing, a place where people are taken care of, a place where people can be restored. So then that's what a mother can represent. It can be representing the church. It can also be representing a mother figure. It can also be representing maybe a nurturing gift. Maybe you have a gift to pastor people, to take care of people, and to nurture them. And then sister, obviously that would be maybe your sisters in Christ. That would maybe be representing someone who's very close to you, who's like a sister. That might be a friend. So maybe you have a dream where you're with your sister and you're doing things. It might not be your sister. It might actually just be friends in the church who are surrounding you, who are walking the journey with you. And then brothers, obviously, again, brothers in Christ. That might just be other church members. And then it can also be representing Jesus. So Jesus is also described as our older brother who went ahead of us, who is God's son, and that makes us his sisters and his brothers. So Jesus can also come in and can be a brother. And again, he's also looking at the nature in which they were in the dream. So if maybe your brother in that dream seemed stronger, seemed more caring, seemed more protective than usual, then that could be representing Jesus. Then you also have dreams where you have children or babies, and we have like spoken about that in the previous videos. But then children might be representing your children, obviously, but they might be representing gifts, because children are gifts from God. It might be be representing responsibilities that you've been given, because children can't take care of themselves and they need someone to watch over them. It might be ministries, it might be blessings that are coming your way. So that's what family members might represent. Please let us know if you have any of those dreams or have seen any of your family members in the dreams, and it will be so cool to hear that. So thank you.